We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington football team. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Kendrick. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 35-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
On 1st and 10, Huntley. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Six yards left on 2nd down.
Check back. 155. Hey, let's pin the mirrors back.
Off the play fake. Huntley being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
18-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Huntley to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the Cowboys' 11-yard line.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They'll try and run for it first and goal. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be second and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. On third down, Kendrick. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Cowboys, nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in the end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Prescott from the gun. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Everson Griffin on the sack. Taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal.
It's second down.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott, and that'll be incomplete.
Prescott
took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Third and long for Prescott. In trouble, and he's taken down. A.J. Epinesa with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you run into big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
9-yard line.
On 2nd down, Kendrick. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down at the Cowboys' 40-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Throwing on 1st down. Huntley. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
The Cowboy ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at third down here. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody find someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Washington 14. Cowboys nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Cowboys nothing.
Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott, but he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Montez Sweat in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of it.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. From 4 yards out. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off at about the 31. And he's going to return it To the 21-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Off play action. Huntley. That is caught at the 7. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And goal at the 10-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down. Huntley. He's got it. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
It's now 3rd down and goal.
From the gun on 3rd down. Huntley to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. A.J. Epinesa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun again to Elliott. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the 1st as the tackle is made at the 33. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
It's now
the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try.
I'm coming after you. We're going to 54 right here. 26 Mike. 26 Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run. This side, baby. That's baby side. 26.
To throw is Prescott. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion.
successful.
So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
Brett Maher to kick.
Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Huntley. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and...
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
46-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Huntley looking downfield for Godwin. And that is incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now an option play, and he'll keep it. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. The 20, 10. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that, and a great play for that defensive unit. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Still. 47. He's checking.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
24. Cowboys 14.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
2nd and 10.
On 2nd down now, Kendrick. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
There's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, Kendrick. And he's got Rome. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 25-yard line. It's a big play there for Washington on 3rd down. 45 yards on the ground. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 6.
To throw, Huntley steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And his kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
At the 25-yard line, the Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. But it's going to be 2nd down. Throwing again. Huntley. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 yards there. 1st down.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 26 yards. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. His pass caught at the 4. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And his kick here is good. And that will swell the lead to 16. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock. and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Tackled by A.J. Epinesa.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
26 months, 26 months. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, 47. 26 months. Take me out. Here we go. 26 months, 26.
Prescott on first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First down, Prescott. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Elliott. And the Cowboys are going to have it first and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3. With that last carry, he's now over 8,000 career rushing yards.
All right, big applause. Lots of clapping for this one, right? Think about it this way. Along the way, he has passed Hall of Famer Terrell Davis, and now he's starting to approach another Hall of Famer in Larry Zonka.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. Prescott eluding the pressure right. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown.
Number 19,
Amari Cooper. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And it's Clinton-Dix with a pick. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line.
Marr to kick off for Dallas.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll keep it on the ground. Kendrick. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Here's Huntley. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7-0 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
At the 46-yard line.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. The left side completion to Jones. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
It's a gain of 20.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Prescott.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, 1st down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's a carry for the fullback. That's Anthony Sherman. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal. As some good running there gets them down to about the 2-yard line. Knocking on the door. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
Looking to throw. Prescott. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott. Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
Brings up 4th and goal at the 3-yard line.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This is a chip shot, a 20-yarder. Marr able to put this one through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it at least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. 12 yards there as they move the chains. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On 2nd down, Kendrick, and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Everson Griffin picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott, he'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here's Prescott. Flush to his right. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
On second down now, Kendrick. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
The 21-yard line.
Quick throw caught by Godwin. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. And just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
3 yards to gain there, second down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Looking to throw on second down. Huntley stepping up. He'll try and run. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Back to throw. Huntley. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4.
4-yard loss. It's
Washington going to send out their punter. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And that will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Cowboys.
complete.
CeeDee Lamb. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So here we go, still down one score, and here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Pass the 20. There he goes, left side. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And Washington going to add on to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
Makes this Washington 37. Cowboys.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Prescott to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Cowboys.
Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. CeeDee Lamb, his intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Now Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here's Prescott. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Now, I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. On 1st down, Kendrick. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Huntley to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
.33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Loss of 6 yards. And it's third down.
Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for Washington, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the New York Jets come to town. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.